Hello? My camera always like zooms in on me every time are we wonky? I feel like we're wonky. Oh, I'm such a rookie. How are we all? Hold up, if I put you up, is that better? Or is that weird? You see that? Hello everyone. I feel like I'm in an interview set like this. Obviously, I've changed my setup, haven't I? Basically, I had a tarot reading that he basically told me to act like an adult. And for me, the first thing that popped into my head is stop working from my sofa and actually work in my office, because that is what this room was for. So I'm here in my office. You can't really see. Because I'm showing up for myself, and I've actually got jeans on today, which is also very unlike me. You know, I'm just showing up for myself. If I want it, I've got to act like it. Although, having said that, the week before my period, I will 100% always be working from my sofa, and there is absolutely no shame if that's what you do. It's just, anyway, I am rambling. Now, this is a slightly different video, I think. I think I have done one of these before, but there's been a lot more of us join on YouTube and also on Instagram, so I am posting this on both platforms. Anyway, and I thought I would do a bit of a life update because I feel like it's due. I feel like I need to let you know where I'm at. And for the new followers, then hello, I can introduce myself for a little bit. So if you don't know, I suffered from hypothalamic amenorrhea for 3 years. I started like flirting with recovery for quite a while, and then I will do another, there is a full video of this on my YouTube channel, but I think it's time that now I'm like a year on, it's probably literally like a year to this day as well, I'll do another video on that, like a little refresh. And yeah, and then I started working with Rena McGregor last March, and I got it back last July. I had 2 periods or 3, no 3, then I lost it again, and now I have had 6 in a row, and I'm back training. I'm getting ahead of myself. So I feel like I have got really good balance at the moment, but when I first started taking like this Instagram like as a legit thing last year and really documenting my journey, and sorry, that was rude, I got distracted, I had a WhatsApp. I kind of really want to see it now. Thanks. That's a rubbish reply. Hold on, I'm just going to reply because I'm really proud. Basically, I've texted one of my clients who I work with some really good news, and I'm excited. It's just something that I did slide. Yeah, it's really exciting. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I feel like I'm in a very different place to when I first started this Instagram and things. And there's a lot more of us. I don't really know what this video is about. I just feel like I need to tell you guys, I've had 6 periods now. I am back in the gym, so I never actually thought that I would end up going back to my old gym. I felt like there was too many triggering options there, I guess. I felt like that was like something that should really stay in the past. And then it was only like a few weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, that so I was training down in a private studio, and with all the personal trainers going back there, it meant that it was really tough for me to like find a time that I could like fit my training in. And it gets quite lonely when you're training by yourself. So I had like a little think, and I was like, I'm feeling really good and I'm feeling really strong, and I'd love to push myself again. So last year I was doing Project Become Good at Shit, and it was a way to help me train without being so focused on calories and to really try to heal my relationship with food. But because I was still in like recovery, was it last year? No, it would have been the year before that, because obviously we had COVID last year. And I then decided, where am I going with this? Is this pissing you off as much as it's pissing me off? Right. I decided that I really wanted to go back and try and learn gymnastics again and actually get stronger, because I'm like, well, if I've got the energy, and I loved it when I had no energy and I had HA, so if I if I loved it then, I'm definitely going to love it now. So I've been back for 2 weeks, I think, and I spoke to my old personal trainer and good friend Adonis, and we had a big chat first because I was really anxious going in there. Like the last time I went in there, I was like a dress size, 1 to 2 dress sizes smaller. I was lean as hell. I was fully in it. It's also my old workplace. My ex goes there. Exes go there. So like it was all very like, it felt as if it's like I had left such that chapter behind. Is it the right thing to go back? So I had a big chat with Adonis first, and he was basically saying like, you're not that person anymore. So you're not going to fall back into those habits because you're not that person anymore. And I knew as well that actually it all came down to the anxious feelings were because I was so scared of what other people would think of me, when actually what I used to tell clients is no one really gives a shit. And it's really important for me that now I'm in such a better place and that I'm kind of recovered from everything in terms of like food issues and exercise issues and things like that, and I feel like I'm in a lot better place in myself, that I really want to start rewriting the stories that I've got like negative associations with. So an example would be that I went to Dartmouth to rewrite a story because once I went, or like the time I went before that, last year I went to Dartmouth with my parents to rewrite the story because the previous time I'd gone there, I'd gone with an ex and we'd end up falling out. And I really am in like such a better place that I really want to really challenge myself to help rewrite all of these stories, because like just because a place was negative once doesn't necessarily mean that it needs to be like, it's not the place's fault, right? It's just like that situation. So I really wanted to rewrite the story. So anyway, so the first time that I went in there, I was shitting myself, and I saw everyone that I didn't want to see. But I'm also glad that it happened on the first time, because then I was able to just like work through it and be like, oh yeah, I actually don't care, and I feel nothing once I like find my groove again. And now 2 weeks in, I literally go whenever I can fit it into my work day. I train 3 times a week, and sometimes I miss it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I choose to go to a different gym because they do CrossFit up there, and I've like dabbled in a little bit of that. And sometimes I don't do anything, but I only train 3 times a week, and that has worked so well for me. So there was like real anxiety at the start about whether I should go back to the gym or like try CrossFit or whatever, because I was so scared about how my body's going to react. But I found that my sweet spot is 3 times a week, and it means that there's a rest day in between each one, and then obviously the weekend is rest, where I might go for like a little jog, or like I'll go for a walk definitely, but it's not like hard to go for it. And I've just found as long as I'm fueling around that, then I had my period on Saturday, so it's all good. Anyway, this is 8 minutes long, and all I've done is talk about my exercise now. That wasn't really the plan. Anyway, food-wise, just really normal, to be honest. I am living alone, so if you don't know, my boyfriend moved in with me for the 2nd lockdown and the 3rd lockdown. He moved out in the February, and unfortunately we have split up. Before you ask, I'm fine. It wasn't a decision that I took lightly, but it felt like a decision that I just knew, like, no, what, we haven't fallen out, and he is an amazing person, but I just feel like right now I need to focus on myself and healing myself and growing as me, just me. Yeah, I think like that. Yeah, I just want to do me for a bit. So this is awkward. So now, yeah, I'm living alone. I have done since February, and from January I actually went self-employed. So if you don't know about that, then I run two businesses, so I've obviously got you guys here, and I do one-to-one coaching on being your accountability coach to make sure you are on track and healing to get your period back, or healing to recover from disordered eating or disordered exercise, and basically like stepping into your greatness and feeling so good in yourself. And then I've got a second business which is called Chloe & Co Media, where we are social media managers. I say we because I've now got an intern. Social media management, social media strategies, marketing, branding, content creation, all that kind of thing. So yeah, that's my life now. I'm predominantly working from home, but I do go here, there and everywhere depending on the client as well. Asked me 2 weeks ago how I was, and I would have just said to you, oh my god, don't talk to me about it. Talk to me about it in a few weeks. And now it's been a few weeks where I just felt like I had to put my head down. I just split up with my boyfriend, so I was just like head down to sort my shit out, and now I feel like I'm in such a better place. So yeah, anything else that I need to update you on? I came on my period on Saturday, weirdly, and this is such a good sign that I clearly know that I'm resting right and I'm fueling right and my sleep is really good, because I had absolutely no symptoms apart from, which happens every month, my boobs get fuller and bigger. But other than that, I had zero period pains, I had no acne this time. God, what else didn't I have? What do I normally get? Like, oh, actually I was quite tired and I was a bit more anxious, but normally I would be like, I feel like normally I'd be a lot worse and I would have absolutely no strength or energy, whereas because I wasn't 100% sure when I was going to come on, it's between like the 12th and like the 20th at the moment. It's still kind of like deciding where it wants to sit, that my workouts were fine. It was really strange. So I guess I was tired and I was a bit more anxious. But I just kind of put that down to the fact that I had been through so much like the past couple of weeks, that they've been quite like intense. And yeah, and then I just woke up Saturday morning and I was like, oh, hello. And I felt absolutely fine. And I have done fine since. So this is now day 3, and obviously now I'm starting to feel like even better because my estrogen starts to rise now. So I have noticed like such a huge shift compared to last week. And I'm happy to sit in my office rather than like sit on the sofa and stuff like that. Guys, I am rambling, aren't I? I'm so sorry. What else do I have to update you on? Business is good. Told you about that. Told you about my exercise, told you about my food. Yeah, my food hasn't really changed, apart from because I'm obviously doing more intense exercise, I have my biggest meals around that. So what I've really found, it's weird because I never thought I'd be like this, but what I've really found has worked for me is having a big breakfast, and then like a good lunch, and then having a snack in the afternoon, and then dinner, and having a dessert as well. Whereas it's weird that I've kind of fallen into that kind of habit, that if I have a big breakfast, I actually am not hungry until lunchtime. And this is what I want to kind of say of like, my life now is so different to my life pre-recovery and during recovery. Like, I'm able to go to the gym, I'm able to try out different workouts, I'm able to eat something, like I literally think, oh, I'm hungry, I'll eat, rather than in recovery I was like, right, every few hours making sure I've got my carbs, making sure I've got my protein, making sure I've got the fats, making sure there's enough calories. Like, I felt like during recovery I was so like obsessive, or yeah, I guess obsessive about recovery. Whereas I just need you to know, like, if you're going through like a really shit time with recovery, like, I'm on the other side now, and I can 100% tell you it's worth it, because you eating every 2 to 3 hours won't always be the case if you don't need it. Like, you can literally eat and stop, eat till you're full and stop, and then eat when you're full till you're full and stop again. And you do feel, I promise, it takes a while, and it has taken me like 6 periods. I'd say this has been like the first month where I've really taken a step back and gone, oh my god, I feel normal. Now, do not get confused with the word normal and average, because I have a big fear of being average. And I've once before said I never want to be normal, and there is a big part of that, as I never want to be normal, but I would like to have like a normal experience in life, if you know what I mean. So I have to be careful what I manifest. Because if you say, oh, I don't want to be normal, well, then it might take my period away again, because that's not normal. So I say, I don't want to live an average life, but I would like to have a normal experience, a fulfilling experience. So yeah, I literally have felt like going back to the gym and like working, and the food, I just feel like now it's like, okay, I can live my life. I feel like I'm getting beginner gains. I'm not training for aesthetic, I'm training for growth. So I'm doing like calisthenics or CrossFit, which is like obviously like snatches and stuff like that. And then in my other session that I do, so I go to CrossFit maybe like once every 2 weeks. So in my other gym sessions that I'll do, I'll be working on either like snatch, squat, clean and jerk, or my calisthenic stuff. So everything is skill based rather than like aesthetic based. And if I look banging this summer, guys, well, that's just a icing on the, that's just a cherry on top. Icing on the cake, cherry on top, either one, whatever floats your boat. But I think that's a little life update. I think we're all good. If you would like one-to-one coaching, please just drop me a DM on Instagram if you want to find out a little bit more. Female Feel Good Club podcast. There are more episodes going out. What else have we got going on? If you are a female-led company and you would like some help with your social media or your marketing or your branding, then please give me a shout. And me and my intern will be back flipping buzzing, and we would absolutely love to help you. I have got some new things launching around the Female Feel Good Club, but it's all in like the pipeline at the moment. And then finally, I have got some journals left if you would like to join us in the journaling club. The links are all down below. I think that's the updates that we need to get through. I hope you're all okay. If you're not, please DM me and I would love to support you. I think that's it. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. Make sure you've subscribed on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to the podcast. And do you want to see my sunflowers? I'm growing sunflowers. And they look absolutely amazing. And they're really thriving. That's all I've got to update you on. Have a good day. Bye.